It's even quite loud now. Come on. I do have a decent processor. Alright. Well, now I hear myself click again. I like that. Yes, we made progress in England and I like it as well. I hope we can do even better. Well, we'll have to see about that. Let's first of all get time ticking and make sure that we make a lot of money by adding some extra buildings. I mean, we have plenty of money to spare, so that won't be the issue. And I was thinking about Spain and maybe go there. So we are now justifying again in Spain, and let's see if we can at some point make sure we can move in Spain. But we'll have to see. Do I see? Oh yeah, my colonies are growing good. And since we earn plenty of money, let's recall these two. Well, all three. Send them out on new missions. Oh, have to zoom right. Otherwise it doesn't look good. Let's claim New Zealand. Alright. I am in a war, so I'll probably have to participate. Let's check. We can put up a whole new army if we want to. 20,000 men, 8,000 cavalry, and 10,000 guns. Let's name that a full army. Just 10 in maintenance, but that's fine. We make plenty of money anyway. And let's just create that army. Go. Now, let's send in the troops against those Swedes. Go to Italy. Yeah, well, problem is everything is still in the HRE, so you get a big war with Austria and all its friends. And that's a bit too much for me right now. So we'll have to be a little bit cautious sometimes. However, we can move on Trier. Take some provinces there, but well, I thought I'd just focus on the colonial game and England and France and bring those to their knees, and once that's done we can see if we can proceed elsewhere. Probably will. Alright, we have a new army done. Let's send them there, make sure that we capture that province as well. But it's a choice. I could make other choices, that's completely true, but right now I'm just going with seeking out to head into England and Spain. Alright, 3 years out. Interesting. Need to go back. This fleet should go in there. Sure he can't block me. I have located a big Swedish army. Let's get a new commander. And perhaps try and go there. In the meantime, we will check if we can move into Sweden and gain some provinces, which would be really interesting. So these two can go to that Swedish land. Or to the Swedish armies. Let's see if we can wreck a Swedish army. Yes, we can. Bye bye, Swedes. Well, I'd say that was interesting. And he's completely gone. Perfect. Oh, we got back some manpower. Sweden's out of the war. Interesting. Well, then it will be a piece of cake for him, so we don't have to do much anymore. So let's get our forces back. In the meantime, let's fabricate a claim in Spain on Barcelona. And if I declare war on him now, it will be a rather tough war, but Savoy, Bohemia and Poland can join in. So let's just wait till Poland ends this, or Lithuania, and perhaps we can get in then. Would be interesting. Alright, this one's done. That's perfect. We get a few wars now here in Britain. Yes, lovely. Let's make it a territory, or a state, so we make more money. It's all about the money, as the song goes. Oh, not all, but it's nice to have the money. I still have claims in GB, no, so let's fabricate a few claims so we can jump in another war anytime. Alright, just the Livonian order. I think he couldn't do well by himself. Should be able to anyway. Where's my force? There. Come on. Let's get close to Spain and see if we can actually do something about him. Interesting, we gain a Grand Captain. Well, that's fine. How are we doing tech-wise? Ahead of time, no institutions penalty. Can get the next one if it's 1650, which it is right now, so that will be interesting. It's done. Right. Another war won. This was a rather easy war to win, so it wasn't really a challenge. But we won nonetheless. Alright, manufactories. Just have to find where it started. In Missouri. Well, that's quite far away. However, will it spread? Yes, it will. Perfect. So we will get it rather fast. 3.95. Oh, that's looking good. We will get it fast. I thought it would go slow, but we'll have it rather fast. Well, let's get the last military idea there. We have a growing religious unity, which is nice. Sebastian de Dampierre has finished his mission, eh? I think we need to talk a little like a French, because we play with the French. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not that good at talking with an accent, so perhaps not do that. Let's get some more manufacturers if they can make me money. They can. We have high fever and it's still going up. So let's check stability. Or trade. Let's go with stability right now. The lower the unrest is in our lands, the better it is. We have Hino. Can I do something against Hino? Well, Austria will join in with all of his allies, that's a problem. What if I declare war on Spain? Papal State, Portugal and Austria will join in. I kind of want Lithuania in as well, but he has high debt. Well, I probably can't take his debt. No, we can't pay everything. That's rather expensive if we do, so maybe it's better not to. Let's check. Let's get a claim here, and I want a claim on Oxfordshire. What's that? Right here. Alright, so we do have a CB against GB now, which is interesting. We have some rebels here as well. Do we have an army near? Not really. That's fine. Alright. Let's check, because I don't really like this music. Let's get to the next song, that's better. Alright. Our royal marriage ended with him, so let's get a new one. Oh, he already sent it as option. Alright. Let's get a new claim in Spain. On Tarragona. And I think it's the time to attack. Let's check in the ledger, military-wise. I have a bigger army than Spain, and I have more manpower. Poland's doing well. Austria is rather big, but I can have them as well. And Poland join in, which is good. Who else will join in? Savoy and Bohemia. I didn't see Savoy or Bohemia. Oh, is Bohemia doing alright? Savoy as well. Yeah, we could do this. Let's just hope none of the other great powers get in. Let's see. Will be France. Oh, there will be no other great powers on my side. So, if a great power joins in, it is with us. So let's get them in. On Barcelona. And well, fine. Let's see what we can do against him. Let's keep our troops a bit together. Oh, interesting. Well, I would have hoped he would have gotten the extra point, but this is fine as well. Right. Well, we do have the bigger army. That looks good. Let's get immediately in. Try and destroy the Spanish army. That would help. Let's get straight back. Austria's moving into our land, but well, that's rather fine. Let's get that army. Perfect, stack wipe. That's what we want to see. Enemy forces being annihilated. So if we can move through Spain rather fast, we could end this war rather quickly as well. At least we can try that, and perhaps after a little while I can send some troops back and see if they can destroy the Austrian forces, but they're not really in my land yet, so that's fine. Instability or pay for its glory. Well, let's do Versailles. We can hear that. That's nice. I like that monument. Managed. Well, we are uniting our country religiously, which is nice. Hope we can expand that and make sure it will all be fine under our rule. We can go into Galicia. We should get Portugal out soon as well. So let's move into Portugal. make sure that we can kick him out sooner than later. Should put my fleet up in Galicia so that siege will go faster. I'm neither. I'm not French and I'm also not a wannabe baguette, so if there's something I don't want to be is a Frenchman, but I'm a Dutchman if you really want to know. But I enjoy playing with the French. It's one of the biggest nations, but I never really played it, so I like it now that I can actually try. Problem in the Galapagos Islands. Let's go there. Crank that up so we don't get any rebels. Perfect. But Jesus the Barbarian, where are you from? Now you got my attention, so now I want to know. So I do hope Poland isn't overrun, because then I have to help them out. But it seems okay right now. And we could send our fleet down there to help with the siege there. Oh, don't feel bad. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Well, don't you learn other languages in school? Oh, we are so friendly in Europe, that's probably it. But yeah, well, in school we learn Dutch, of course, then we learn English, and you get a few years of French and German. Well, I forgot all the French. I do speak German though, so I can actually speak 3 languages. I don't know if America delivers the best democracy. It is a democracy, but I think we can argue whether it's the best or not. But maybe it's better to not argue it in here right now. You had French today. Well, I'm glad it's one of the subjects I could just let go pretty soon. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, I like it, but it's just too hard for me to learn. Alright, so we're doing a decent job here. Poland already losing or no? It seems pretty even. Interesting. So where does he keep all his troops, or is he in another war as well? No, he's not. Well, that's rather interesting. I'd like to know where all the Austrian troops are. Alright. Oh, should go there. We don't start learning language till later in school, around 13. They don't start us early enough, to be honest, plus America's grades. Test base and pretty awful. Well, in here you start learning English when you're like 10 or something. But you learn French and German when you're like 12, 13. We start learning it, and well. But for us, like in Holland, it's pretty easy when you're learning German. It's a 2-hour drive and we can get across the border and talk German. So, and that's a really good exercise if you just go to the country and talk the language to real people in that country. That really helps learning it. So I think that's a benefit, especially if you live in the US. It's rather hard to go all the countries where you can really speak the language you're learning. You have to go on a really big holiday. Oh, we have a slight problem there. Well, this ain't too big a problem, since we control the mainland. You want to learn Spanish? It's practical here. Girlfriend is teaching Korean. Interesting. So you will be multilingual pretty soon. It's an interesting language. I think Korean is quite hard to learn, or is it easy for you to learn? It does sound rather tough. Oh, Portugal already wants to sign a peace deal. Interesting. Just gonna wait with that a little bit. Military or army tradition? Oh, let's do it. Invest in army technology. Well, that should make it a lot easier if your girlfriend's Korean. It's really nice. But does she live with you in the US, or do you also live apart? Oh, okay. So you're lucky that's the language you have to learn, and you don't have to learn Chinese or something. Well, my colonies should do a little bit better, I think. Ah, here we have the enemy armies. Interesting, we'll go for them soon. Well, here's one army that can go to battle. Oh, good. Well, I mean, it's no problem if you live apart as long as it's like 15 minutes. I mean, but if you lived in America and she lives in Korea, then you have a hard time. So that's why I wondered. Because well, I'm married, but I couldn't live with my wife being halfway around the world. It's one big European party here. Luckily there's an Englishman to keep us company. Alright, let's see, can we push Portugal out? Well, we do have some leverage. He still has colonies, maybe we can take a few of his hand. It's looking good. But perhaps we should not take these, but we should take this. I think this is interesting. Just get a whole new colony then. Where else does he have it? Here. Goes as well. Oh, that's a bit too much. Well, let's do it like this. And we want his money. Right, that's one we can't take. It's fine. Alright. Oh, let's get Portugal out. all we have to do is core 5 provinces here. And then they will make this 1, 2, 3, 5. Let's do 6 then. And that will make this the what do you call it? A colony, and then that will core the rest. So that's actually fine. Guys, get in there. Let's see, what can we get from? Who else are we at war with? Austria. What can we get from Spain? Of course, I want those 2 provinces, but we should be able to get more. Like some of his colonies as well. Interesting. Although, right now I can't follow chat, so I will be following in soon, just not right now. Should I take the Africa ones or the American ones? I think the American ones. That's better. So for... Oh, I don't have... Oh, I can take that one, that's good. Oops. Don't have a fortress there, then you just can't take it. Interesting. Well, then we should just take some here. Or can we take... Well, not much. I think this is about it. Right, let's do it like this. Well, that's quite the gains. Now we have to see, because these are places, Barcelona, Cantabria. These are the places we will not be coring, those we need to core, so I'll have to check which provinces I need to core and which I don't. That's one I need to core. That's one, that's one, that's one. Don't need to core that. Alright, so that's done. Now I have a bad corruption, let's get rid of that. Ooh, we can embrace a new thing. Alright, let's check the chat because I missed some. Hi Krazier, nice you're there. Well, I left my admin points because I wanted to use them for the coring I have to do. And a lot of talk about... Alright. Yeah, we all need to be very nice to Commander today. Well, let's make sure we do something about all the unrest. Well, I believe we got quite a few provinces this time. Let's check how expensive is it. It's rather expensive and we can wait a little while and it will be much cheaper. So let's just wait around. Another claim in GB, so we can go after him pretty soon.